you're not a full-time van lifer, then it's going to be very hard for you to really appreciate just how difficult this lifestyle can be. Now, we get all those great Instagram photos, beautiful drives, but at the same time, at some point, you're going to have a problem with your car. And it's not just your car, it's also your entire house.
Now, that's bad enough anywhere in the world. But imagine having your camper break down in a foreign country where you don't speak the language properly and you don't have any family or friends to help you out.
Not only that, but you have to consider your pets who live with you, which obviously complicates things somewhat.
So as we find ourselves here in Chile with our engine on the floor, living in a country where we don't speak the language, this is where you need to be resourceful. And one of the most amazing things about traveling through Latin America is we've met so many amazing strangers who have reached out and helped us in our time of need.
And so we've got this amazing space. We're pretty set up. Our cats are safe. Our engine is rebuilt. And today is the day that we put this lamp back in there.
You ready, baby?
And we hope that it's got no problems.
We got a plan, an order in your head.
Of course.
This is Rolf after all.
Well, we're going to push the block under the engine bay and then drop the inlet manifold down from the top and bolt it on, because there's not space to push it under with the inlet connected, which is why it's still apart. And then once the inlet's connected, and I need to adjust our new hoses and stuff like that, then we can use the engine crane to lift it up via the inlet manifold and refit to the gearbox. Once it's in the gearbox, we got to put the
Cat.
We've got to put the cat on. We've got to put the
engine mount
on, and then at that point it's kind of in and secured, and then it's a question of just
taking your time, making sure
bits of
connected.
Exhaust, starter motor, fuel lines, etc.
Walk in the park, mate.
We should be for us, right? How many times? This is the third time in a year, so.
And we've done this once with only a trolley jack, which was terrible.
One trolley jack that leaked oil, so you can imagine you're trying to line the engine and the clutch really precisely, and it's just falling the whole time. And we had the car held up on our friend's high lift. If you've ever used a high lift jack, you'll know it's really, really sketchy, because the base is like this.
You ready?
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah.
Sound more confident. You got this.
Yeah, you can do it.
What's the problem? You ready to go back up?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously still got to put a load of stuff on the block.
But you can do that when it's in place.
Yeah. Yeah, let's...
Get it up and try not to trap anything.
Well, it's all tied out the way. I probably tied it out the way and now it doesn't reach. You know, cross that bridge and all.
Okay, let's go. See what's going on? So we got Facebook Live, watching live, and now we've hopefully got YouTubers watching Facebookers in the future.
The worst bit, right? This is the worst bit. It never ever lines up. I think our whole chassis has probably rotted and moved since I welded that in like 7 years ago. So every time we do the engine, this actually takes us longer than anything else trying to get the engine mount back in because it's a really tight fit and it doesn't line up. But Lee is on it. I don't need to explain, I can just show the empty engine crane. Man wins.
Man wins.
Man wins. Engine is... She's back, baby. Just got to connect. Yeah, see if we can get ourselves some oil and
some beer.
Beer.
More of the engines back together. Not far off oil and coolant, right?
The engine is back together, I think.
Why can't we put the coolant in right now?
Because every time we touch a coolant hose, it breaks.
Want to show the viewers the latest?
Yeah, these are our heater piping.
For our heater matrix.
Yeah, I mean, but it still works, but obviously it's like restricting the flow a whole bunch, and then if if it gets knocked and it cracks it or something. I bet it was that dude in Colombia who jacked it under there like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily we have all that leftover pipe on the floor, so we can swap these
Pretty easily.
straight out, and then we can go there and get paid for scrapping them. So that's kind of convenient for once.
Coolant is in. Gearbox oil is in. Everything's connected.
Probably.
You ready? He's going to sit here in denial.
Yeah. Can't be broken if we haven't tried it.
Come on, let's do it.
I don't want to do it. No.
Let's do it.
No.
Come on, take my hand.
No.
Take my hand. Come on. Moment of truth. You want to check one last time?
No, I don't know. I don't want it.
What do you reckon, guys? How much faith do you have in Willow? Let us know in the comments. Is this going to start?
Is it gonna start?
I say yes. After a few attempts, because it's got to get fuel back in the system.
Yeah, but the pump runs it round anyway.
Shall I?
I guess. What?
Moment's truth.
I don't know.
You got me.
No, we don't.
We
It's
did.
going to explode. Right, in stages, please.
Okay.
First stage.
Fuel pump.
No, first stage batteries. Guess that worked. Oh, that just reminded me actually. I got. Must need that wire. And I got a wire I gotta tape up. So you got ignition.
Yeah.
And you have fuel pump there by the sounds of it.
Sounds like it.
Oh, it's making some very interesting noises. Fuel pressure. 3 bar. Out of gear.
Got the clutch secure.
Oil. I don't think there's anything else.
Oh. Right, doing it. You ready?
No!
It's happening. 3, 2, 1. Got nothing. Oh.
Okay, so
Got no starter.
no starter motor.
Oh, have I fucked up?
Well, and working. So yeah, something's
Oh,
wrong
let
there.
me put that little wire on. Will that make a difference?
Yes, that starts the whole car. Okay. You're just doing this to fuck with me. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Oh Jesus. It's the solenoid. That's the trigger from the ignition.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot to do that.
I remember when we used to like have it fall off and we used to have to go under and wiggle it back on because we couldn't start the engine.
Yeah. Alright, let's try this again. Can you believe we actually started it?
I was kind of putting it off for ages.
I know you
didn't want to turn it on, but it was on and it ran, and
How do you feel?
I better, a bit better, yeah. Like obviously for it to fire up like that means you've done a lot of things right, but we still need to get it to temperature.
Yes.
We need to get the piston rings bedded in. We need to make sure there's no coolant leaks under pressure. But the end is in sight, eh?
It sure is. Sure is, man. If you guys have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you bop that like button to let us know you made it to the end. And hopefully, the next video we do will be us getting out of here.
Yes. Awnings and wild camping and
Nature.
Argentina. Some cheap wine is coming my way.